holiday season is one that's filled with warmth, tradition, and spending time with friends and family. But it's also a crazy busy time to travel, which can add a level of stress and chaos. So today we're going to keep it simple by packing for 7 days in a carry-on. We're going to pack for a multi-weathered trip. We're going to talk about why we chose the outfits we picked. We're going to talk about toiletries, and we're even going to show how we get it all in the bag. By the way, we use chapters, so feel free to fast forward to different areas. You're going to want to stay till the end for that very satisfactory moment when we zip up that case with all this stuff in there. Pack with me today and let's get started. So we're going to start with the bottoms. I love a black jean. It's comfortable and versatile. Then I'm bringing a black cargo pant because I do intend to do some hiking. And then I'm bringing a light green pair of pants just to mix it up, which is actually denim, by the way, and then a long pair of flowy green pants that can be used for holiday dinners, for going out at night where I might need a little bit of elegance. For travel, I think about comfort first, especially for the holidays. It's nice to look good too, but you want to be comfortable and feel good regardless of where you are. For tops, I usually bring 3 tops for every pair of pants. And my general guidelines for selection of tops are that they're lightweight, non-bulky, and hopefully something that doesn't need ironing. I'm not an ironer. Next, I like to bring a variety of sleeve lengths. Regardless of the trip, I always regret if I don't have everything covered. And then as much as possible, I try to bring items that can be multi-purposed. So something that can be worn out for breakfast in the morning could also be worn to dinner at night. I'm also bringing plenty of undergarments because you don't want to have to do wash just for those. I'm bringing sleepwear, including a lightweight robe, workout outfits for 2 days, one regular workout outfit, and then another workout outfit that includes a pair of yoga pants that could be multi-purpose for something else. For outerwear, I'm bringing a hoodie that could be thrown on over my sleeveless short sleeve or really anything casual during the day. I'm bringing a black leather jacket for evening wear and things that are a little bit more formal. And then for when it's really cold, I'm bringing my puffy jacket that can be scrunched up. We are traveling to Arizona during the cooler time of year. So looking at the weather now, we have pretty much a 50-degree variation in the temperatures that are expected, at least at this moment. So I'm getting ready for everything and anything. One thing that I'd like to note about my choice of clothing is that some of this stuff is not coming home with me. So when we're in Arizona, I'm actually going to donate some stuff to Goodwill when I'm there. That will free up some room in my bag. It will help some people in another part of the country and give me some room for sous vide or anything that I want to pick up when I'm traveling. These are things I was going to donate anyway. The shoes that I'm actually donating are these shoes. It's a brown wedge. It's a little bulkier than I would normally ever bring on a trip, but since I'm going to be leaving them, I figured what the heck. It fits my fall color palette since they're brown. I'm also bringing a pair of black athletic shoes and then a pair of metallic sandals. I do like to try on my pants with all my shoes. So I've got my 4 pairs of pants that I tried on with all 4 pairs of shoes. I'm not saying everything goes with everything, but I do try to make sure that most things do go together. I like to try on the pants with the tops as well because it helps me to be able to see maybe if something needs a belt or a special undergarment. And if you want to be really good, write down some outfits or take pictures of yourself so you don't even have to think about it on your trip. I will refer to some of the pictures that I'm showing you right now. The outfits that I was going for, I was thinking about dinners with family, casual time back in our condo that we're renting. I was thinking about walking around a city, some hikes in the country. So I tried to have something for everything. I even am bringing a bathing suit because I'm told the pool is open. If I, for some reason, think that pool isn't freezing, maybe I'll get in. There's also a spa there, so I may be going to the spa. My cover up, by the way, is also something that could be worn as a dress. 3 of the tops that I'm bringing are merino wool. This is merino wool. Merino wool is a kind of wool that doesn't need to be washed very frequently. The rest of my fabrics are, for the most part, man-made fabrics that are light, dry wick, and easy to care for. I also have a couple of cotton sweaters as well. For toiletries and the liquids bag. In my liquids bag, I like to keep the small things in this kind of bag just in case something leaks, but also so that when I'm on the plane, if I need to reach in and get Visine or something, I can do that without dropping stuff, potentially losing things. In this bag, I have shampoo, and shower gel for my husband and I. I have conditioner, eye drops, I have concealer, lotion for my face and for my body. I've got sunscreen, lip gloss, makeup primer, stain remover, shower gel, toothpaste, and just some general packets of stuff that I thought I might need on the trip. In my regular toiletry bag, I like to bring toothbrushes, dental floss, deodorant, eyeglasses. And by the way, I bring 2 sets. One goes in my carry-on and one will go in my backpack. I bring face washing cloths. And I actually also bring some baggies, especially since we're staying in a condo. You never know when you're going to need some bigger and smaller plastic bags. Speaking of condo, I am bringing just a really small container of spices. Sometimes the condos have stuff, sometimes they don't. I don't want to have to go buy full size. I also bring supplies for laundry, whether or not we're staying in a condo, on a cruise, or whatever. So I bring laundry sheets and dryer sheets, and then I bring these things called color catchers. Sometimes when you're traveling, you end up mixing loads together that you wouldn't, with colors you wouldn't normally put together. So when you use the color catcher, I have found that my whites get less dingy, and it does seem to help. In my toiletry bag, I have a couple things that kind of stay there all the time. One is a little zippered compartment with grooming things like tweezers and nail cutters, stuff like that. And then I carry a little sewing kit and the very important wine opener and wine stopper. Don't forget that. I just find lightweight ones and keep those with me. If you do bring a wine opener, by the way, be sure that it doesn't have the knife in it because you will not be able to carry that on. I also do like to bring a little bit of medication. So I know that I'm going to be in the United States and I can certainly run to the store. But the thing is, the things that go wrong, at least from our experience, are usually in the middle of the night or when we can't get to a store. So I bring a little bit of heartburn medication. Along those lines, some ginger chews and Tums. We do find that digestive stuff is the most likely thing to happen because you're eating new things, you're maybe drinking a little bit more. I carry a couple things of cold medicine, allergy medication, because I'm allergic to the Southwest, but I don't care. Love it. I carry something that helps you go to the bathroom and not go to the bathroom, nothing else to be said, and some low-dose aspirin for my husband. I just use the tiny little bags that are from the drugstore. You might want to write on there what the item is and how many you're supposed to take. Is it 1 or 2? In my backpack, I'll carry the liquid items and maybe my makeup. If I can get it in the regular bag, I will. And then I carry my tech bag. Make sure you double check it before you leave, especially if you're bringing something different, like a watch that you may not normally have, to make sure that you've got all of your cords. So in this travel tech bag, by the way, I don't really believe in using a lot of pouches. They usually add weight for nothing. But I did find if you don't scrunch up your tech stuff, the cords actually kind of expand and you end up taking up a lot more room in your bag. So I carry everything from a battery charger that's very powerful to a lanyard, which I can use to carry my phone around my neck if we're hiking. I've got this handy thing that I use. It can fold in every single direction to put your phone on in the plane, and just plenty of chargers. I carry headphones that are wireless that connect to my phone. And then I also bring wired ones in case I want to connect to the plane's entertainment system. So now let's pack. By the way, this trip is super easy to pack for because we are simply flying somewhere, staying in one place, and are able to fully unpack, getting back on the plane and flying straight back. Depending on how you're traveling, the way that you're packing could be different. I'm going to link to a video here that will give you a little bit more insight. If you're doing something more complicated, like a trip to Europe where you're going, 2 or 3 nights place to place and move it around, you might pack a little differently. If you're finding this video helpful, please, please, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can see when our new travel tips videos come out. And if you just want to give a shout to me, hit that thumbs up button. So the first thing that I'm going to do is remove the things that I'm going to wear on the plane. Next, I'm going to use a packing cube for the items that I have, like tops and so forth, that lend themselves to being rolled and put in a packing cube to compress them a little bit. I'm not going to use full compression here. I don't want to wrinkle my stuff, but I do want to help to organize it and just compress it a little bit. Sometimes I compress things like undergarments and workout stuff. It just depends. I may also decide to use some of those things to fill up the area in between the telescopic handles in the suitcase or in between the packing cubes and so forth. You really don't want to waste an inch. Now I'm going to take some time and rearrange the items in the bag. I'm going to go ahead and put what I have in here now and kind of play around with it, and then I will put the rest of the clothes in kind of depending on the space in the bag. By the way, I'm using my older Travel Pro bag. Even though this bag is probably, I don't know, 5 or 10 years old, it still is great. I highly recommend Travel Pro. It still rolls really well, although it does squeak a little bit. So there you have it, soup to nuts. Packing for 7 days in a carry-on. Simple. Hopefully I've explained to you my thinking behind it and this has been helpful to you. If this has, be sure to smash that like button like you're smashing your stuff into a compression cube. Have a great day and safe travels. Bye-bye.